Hi guys, this is Larissa with Be You Beautiful One. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Have you guys decided on your word for this year? Well, I decided to not limit myself. I have a few of them that I'm going to use in different areas of my life. And for my spiritual journey, I am going to use the word worship. And this is a printable kit from Beautiful Good News, which is an Etsy shop. And it was customized to include my word for this year, worship. And so I have a referral link down below and a discount code. You can use either or to save on your purchases. But when you select to purchase this particular item, this particular kit, you'll put your word of the year in the notes section, and Jen, who is the owner of the shop, will send you back your customized kit for your word. Don't you love that? And so I wanted to create this insert, and I'm using some watercolor creams. It's been a while since I used this. I didn't like how it turned out, so I created a new page, and unfortunately I didn't capture that part of it, but basically I mixed the watercolor with a lot of water and did splatters of purple, silver, blues, and one other color, lavender, and some of it had shimmer in it, some of it had just a flat color, but it was so pretty, you guys, and I love that I did that. And in addition to that, I am going to use some of my scrapbook paper that I definitely need to use up. So I'm excited about that. And I'm just ripping it for texture purpose and just to add some texture and something different to the eye versus it being just straight cut. And I want to layer this with the different elements of the kit that I already cut out. But this is basically going to be the front cover to the section of my faith-based planner. That was the DIY planner cover that I posted last week. Check that out. And there's going to be a section where I focus in on my word for the year, worship, and I am going to study the word worship. I'm going to find scriptures. I'm going to discover more about the different techniques of worship. What does it mean to worship? How do you worship? Why do you worship? Where in the Bible do we see worship, and so forth? And I mean, I have done something similar to this before, and I just loved doing it, and it helped me to dig in a little bit deeper. And worship is such an intimate journey of our portion of our journey as we relate to God and build our relationship with Him. Because when you go into worship, it truly shows your heart position towards God. And to me, that comes through by way of praise and prayer and thanksgiving and studying your word and so forth. I worship is like the destination, of being able to sit before God and just pour out your worship before Him. And so I really am looking forward to really digging deeper into worship this year, because that means everything else in my faith journey has to be in alignment for me to truly worship, like really worship God, right? And so now I'm just adding additional portions of the kit, and I'm just really just tearing up some of the elements. If they don't fit in exactly with everything else that I have already put down, I'm just tearing it up a little bit more and making it fit and just creating something very unique and not just cookie cutter from the kit, although I do that too, because sometimes it is what it is. So, but for this one, I felt more scrapbooky, and I just wanted to rip paper and all of that kind of stuff. And so I even have some washi tape sitting on the side, and I never picked up washi tape for this particular project. So I was really in my crafty zone, and I loved every portion of it. And so up at the top there was a portion of the kit that looked like a corner of the page was ripped off. And so I just ripped that more into pieces and just put that at the top of the page just to give it some additional decor. And then I put down some more of my scrapbook paper because I want to put down the word worship. And I didn't want the white backing of my sticker paper to fade away the splatters or take away from the colorful portion of what I was trying to create on this page. And then in the kit, Jen also includes a summary or definition of what the word means. And so I'm placing that under the word worship as well. And she included the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for God. Worship, the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for God. And so I love that. And then when I am usually at home and I'm in a state of worship, usually I'm praying, I'm studying my Bible and my devotions. So I thought that would be really cool to put down those books by my feet, because that's exactly how it is for me. And then to have the different elements of the kit, like paper clips and pins and paint and so forth, because I love to paint, which I haven't really been doing, and I'm looking forward to picking that back up, or my craft project. So I love the buttons that were included in this because that's part of crafting. And I also love like the ribbon that she had in here with the bows that sort of remind me of washi tape a little bit, so I was able to include that. But yeah, it was just really fun putting all of these elements on pages, making it make a little bit of sense, but not really, just because when I'm studying, I mean, I got pens and paper and sticky notes and highlighters, and I try to stay organized. But if I'm really into what I'm reading, and I mean, I'm picking up pens, notebooks, I mean, everything is just, and it's fun. It's just crazy fun. And so I love it. I try to stay organized, but sometimes you just gotta keep it going, right? And so, that's what I'm doing here, is just placing down the different elements of the kit to finish out the spread. But I'm looking forward to adding different inserts behind this cover for my word of the year. And again, I'm going to study different verses, different passages that are speaking towards worship, who the characters are, what are they known for, why are they worshiping? Are they worshiping out of a position of gratitude, or is it because God just brought them through a valley of circumstances, or did God avenge for them? What prompted their worship, and how did they see God? What attributes of God or were revealed to them that gave them the unction to worship? So God as a healer, he's always on time, he's omnipresent, he's all-knowing, he's sovereign, he's in control. You know, those are some of the elements. And especially right now with all the chaos going on in the world today, I'm telling you, there's nothing like knowing that my God is sovereign. He is in control. He's fully in control. He sits on the throne. He's King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's the ruler over everything, right? And so, you know, it's just very important to keep those attributes in the forefront of my mind and my heart and in my spirit, so that when the craziness of the world takes place, I'm not shaken by it. And if temporarily I am, God is available and will stabilize me and say, I am who I am. And that will prompt me into gratitude, praise, and worship. And so I added a tab that was included in this kit. And so she gave me a label word for, you don't have to put it on the tab, but I did. And I like that. And then the back, I went ahead and just put some of my scrapbook paper on the back to cover up the splatters. I really don't mind that they're peeking through, but it just lets them finish. So even around the border of the scrapbook paper, you can still see the splatters. But I really like how this turned out. I hope you do too, and I hope that you will not just pick a word just to pick a word, but what does it really mean to pick that word and discover the meaning of the word and how it will be beneficial to you all year long. So don't forget, I do have a link down below as well as a discount code. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Until the next time, bye-bye.